me home. Oh, instead of taking me for a ride. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, for a ride. Just don't put yourself above me now, baby. Just love me like a man. Yeah. Well, I come home, sad and lonely, feel like I wanna cry. Oh, a man to hold me, not some fool. Oh, gonna ask me why.
Mitch Aliotta passed away on July 21st, and there is a bash that's going to be occurring at the Wire this week, Sunday evening. And
in Berwyn.
And there's going to be a large number of musicians that are going to be gathering at that function to honor the memory of Mitch Aliotta. And if you'd like to go, you're welcome to go. It's open to the public. And Maggie Aliotta has come in town, daughter of Mitch Aliotta, and I think she's going to be performing there along with, like I said, a number of other musicians. And so Maggie is with us in the studio today. She brought a guitar player with her, Tom Susala, and I would first ask Maggie if you'd be kind enough to step up to the mic, tell us the name of the town in which you presently reside and a little about yourself.
Well, I currently live in a town called Pittsville, Wisconsin. It's geographically the dead center of the state. It's claim to fame.
That's a rough name for a town to carry, because you know that all the high school kids are saying, yeah, that's what it is, man.
I know. People usually ask, are you kidding? Is that real? Yes, it is.
Is it like a mining town at one time or something? I mean,
No, I'm still trying to figure out what its claim to fame is, other than being the center, the exact center of the state. I think they have a lot of marshes, like cranberry marshes and things like that, because there's cranberry bogs all over the place. They also, actually, Pittsville Homes is out of that area as well, so. You know, and then there's paper mills all over the place as well.
All right, I just want to say that we're on, this is WHIW LPFM in Harvard, Illinois. So now in Pittsville, how long have you lived in Pittsville?
1998.
Oh, so you must like it there.
Well, it was where I moved when I got married, so.
All right.
We'll leave it at that.
Okay. And let me ask our other guest, Tom Susala. Would you please tell us what the name of the town in which you currently reside and a little bit about yourself?
Well, I was born and raised in Chicago, but I'm living in, oh, hello, Mike. Okay.
I'm Maggie.
I was born and raised in Chicago, but I'm living in Pittsville also.
Oh, I see. How'd you wind up in Pittsville? By coincidence or design?
Because Maggie's such a wonderful singer, we wanted to do something musically, so we wanted to be close to one another in order to get something going musically.
I see. Well, that's cool.
And so I put him in my basement.
Yeah.
So
That's
Pittsville
awesome.
is actually also like a little blues center.
It is now.
Now it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
It is now.
Very, very cool. Well, could I ask you to maybe do a little number for our listening audience?
Sure, love to.
Please.
What do I do first? How about Love Me Like a Man in D? Love Me Like a Man in D.
Okay.
What tune are we doing?
Love Me Like a Man?
Love Me Like a Man?
Yeah. I said these men that I've been seeing, baby, got the soul up on a shelf. No, they could never love me when they can't even love themselves. And I need someone to love me, someone who really understands, who won't put himself above me, who just love me like a man. Never seen such losers, darling, even though I tried to find a man who could take me home. Oh, instead of taking me about me now, baby. Just love me like a man. Yeah. Well, I come home sad and lonely, feel like I wanna cry. Oh, a man to hold me, not some fool, oh, gonna ask me why. I just need a damn man for me, darling. I said, believe me when I tell you, baby, you gon' love me like a man. Oh yeah. I want a man to rock me like my back ain't got no bone. I want a man to rock me like my take it on, baby. Won't you love me? Just don't put yourself about me. Just love me like a man. Oh yeah.
Nice, very, very nice. Al Weissman in a nutshell. And that was Maggie Aliotta doing Love Me Like a Man, being accompanied by Tom Susala. Very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
Now, what in the world does Pittsville do with a voice like that? My God. That voice, I mean, you know, you could take that voice and sell it practically anywhere. And there it is sitting on the shelf in Pittsville. Is there like a really cool blues bar or something?
Well, I had to take a 12-year break from music because I had my first child was born with FG syndrome,
Which is
one of those syndromes out there. It's
which is what?
certain anomalies put together equals, kind of like Downs has a certain, you know, sections of anomalies put together equals. He's just got a laundry list of global developmental delays, things like that.
Okay.
I always say he's autistic-ish, OCD-ish, you know, that kind of thing. So I pretty much dedicated 12 years to just making sure that my son is getting everything that he needed.
Okay.
And then I had a daughter after that, and I just, again, wanted to make sure she wasn't, you know, feeling left out, or, because sometimes those things do happen with siblings.
Sure. Is she a healthy child?
Oh, she's fantastic. And actually, she's gonna blow me out of the water one of these days. That kid's she's got it.
Really?
Yeah, she's, because I homeschool her and my son goes to school. So I've been working with her, and her vocals are, I know every parent says that, but if you heard her, I've had many agree with me.
Now,
But yeah,
now Mitch Aliotta was your dad.
correct.
He's originally from Wisconsin too, wasn't
No, he's from Chicago.
he? Yeah, but before.
Oh, yeah, back in the day.
When he was young, when he was a young man, it seems like I read somewhere that he came from Wisconsin. You're not familiar with that?
No, he never
Okay.
told me.
All right.
Maybe he was trying to forget.
That could be.
Yeah.
So now, okay, let's talk a little bit more about you. So you, what town did your parents live in when you were born?
When I was born, my mom lived in North Lake, and I believe my dad was in Berwyn, and she was a go-go dancer at what was it, Club Gigi, I think.
Oh, in Lions. Right?
Yeah, in Lions, right? And she was a go-go dancer in a cage, and he was the band that they danced to.
Okay.
You know, and it was pretty much all over from there.
Did they ever actually get together and stay together? Or?
Oh yeah, they were together for about 1.5 years.
Looks like they got together for a little while.
Right,
now.
apparently, because there I am. Yeah, they were together for about 1.5 years. They said that they got married under the stars kind of thing, because obviously that was goofy back then.
Sure.
Oh.
And then he had gone, she was 8 months pregnant, and he was going on tour, so he, she went and stayed with my grandmother.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Kind of thing, and yeah, things fell apart after that, but, life of a rock star.
How old was your dad, if you know, when he met your mom?
Oh gosh, I don't. I know he was in his mid-20s, I believe, because I know I think she was like 5 years younger than him.
Okay.
And I think she had me when she was just going to turn 20. So I'm pretty sure that it was, I think, 5 years.
Okay.
Difference in age between them.
So had your dad already been in Rotary Connection, if you know?
No, that was after.
That was later?
Yeah, Rotary Connection came after. But like he was, because I was born in 1968, which was when Lakeshore Drive hit it.
Right.
So, yeah, it was, he lived the life of a rock star, she told me. It was a lot of competition. And I have
for
three,
her.
for her,
For
yeah.
his affections.
And, and I have 3 other half-sisters that we know of, that, we last October went out to Vegas where he was living to visit and for us to get together kind of thing. We all have different moms. I always knew about him. I was one of them that I always knew about him. Because my mom didn't want me to, I'm a pretty aware kid at that time, but the song would be playing on the radio and she goes, oh, by the way, that's your dad. And it was later on that I had actually met him, and it was just weird because my mom would always say stuff like, oh, you look just like your dad when you do that. Oh, you sound just like your father. Well, I have no idea what she's talking about. So
how old were you when you met your dad?
I was in my early 20s.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
you went your whole teenage, early childhood, or adolescence, teenage years, without knowing your father at all.
I always knew who he was, and always met people that knew him or whatever. And then I had met Glenn Davis, who owns the Silver Moon in Darien, Wisconsin. He's a blues guy, and he would also he hosted a jam at Blues Etc. in Halstead. And
this was back in the 60s?
No, actually,
when was it?
From about 89 through 96 or 7.
Okay.
Blues Etc. It's in Chicago. It's about a half a mile away from Wrigley Field.
Yeah, and he, I had met him at the Silver Moon, like I said, in Darien, where, then that was like early 90s. And he said that he hosted this jam down there, and I just kind of said, well, I've never really met him, don't know where he's at. And musicians are just one big network of people.
Sure.
Doesn't matter where you live, you'll find somebody.
Sure, sure.
It took about 1 year, and he, gave me a call, and he goes, guess who I found? Because I guess John Jeremiah had come into Blues Etc. one night.
Oh, okay.
And so Glenn went over and said, hey, do you know where Mitch might be? And so, it kind of went from there, And then when I contacted my dad, he then told me about a sister that lived in Chicago. So, and then it just kind of rolled out from there.
When was the last time you had contact with any of your half-sisters?
We contacted Facebook, text, we kind of we keep in contact. Even like this weekend, whenever I come to Chicago, a lot of times we'll stay at my one sister Amy's house.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Then they'll be at the concert tomorrow night?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, 2 of them won't be. Heather Goldenhurst actually is an actress, Hollywood actress. And then Michelle lives in Wyoming, so it's a little harder for her to get around. Well, and then me and Amy are still kind of, within reach.
So Amy will be there also?
Oh, yeah.
Is Amy a singer too?
No. And it's funny because we each have something. Me and Heather are the entertainers, Amy can listen to a song and know the words by heart in 5 seconds. And where I'm like, my ADD kicks in and then I have to look, kind of thing. But, and then Michelle sings, but I don't think she ever pursued it. I think she did when she was younger. But.
All right. Well, could I ask you to sing another tune?
Sure.
Please. What are we going to do this time?
Want to do the Slow Blues $1 Million Secret? Valerie Wellington. Sitting, I want to tell all you girls a secret. Please, oh please keep it to yourselves. Sitting, I want to tell all you girls a secret. Please, please keep it to yourselves. So it's $1 million secret. Please don't tell nobody else. Now you a real young girl and you wanna get rich quick. Get you an older man, now honey, oh you know that'll be the live. Yeah, I said them old men is fine. Yeah, they really know what to do. Yeah, well they'll give you lots of loving, but they'll give you a whole lot of money too. Now they took it on your chin and scratch on your side. They said, wake up, you fine young thing, give me my mornings exercise. I said, yeah, that momentum, I said, the fine. Okay. Oh, well, they give you lots of loving, but they'll give you a whole lot of money too. Now my man is 78 and I'm just 33. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. Oh, but that will I said is made out to me. Yeah. Oh, I said the moment is fine. Yes, sir. Well, they'll give you lots of loving, but they'll give you a whole lot of money too. Oh, yeah. Take it home.
All right.
The Valerie Wellington tune.
And what was the name of that tune again?
It was $1 Million Secret.
Oh,
Valerie
yeah.
Wellington did it.
Yeah, late great Valerie Wellington, yes. My gosh. I remember seeing her in, oh wow, in the 80s. In the 80s, she used to do Tribune commercials on television in Chicago.
Al Weissman in a nutshell. And that was Maggie Aliotta doing $1 Million Secret. $1 Million Secret. Accompanied by Tom Susala. So where did you see her perform in the 80s?
Valerie Wellington, I
Yeah.
used to see her at Kingston Mines,
Ah.
Blues on Halstead. Gosh, that was way in the old days when Kingston Mines was over by Children's Memorial Hospital. It was wasn't at its present place, and a couple other places in the area. There was West End Club over on Armitage.
I used to go to the Kingston Mines when it was on Lincoln.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
So it's not there anymore?
Mm,
You can tell how recently I've been there.
I haven't been to Kingston Mines in
Think so.
forever. It's been a long time.
I used to
yeah,
go there
you
once
wouldn't
in a while.
recognize Lincoln Avenue anymore. It's all tragically hip restaurants.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, $12 beers, you know, that are made around the corner by some guy. You know,
Oh, I see.
limited edition stuff, and you know.
It's a good thing I don't drink $12 beer.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something, Maggie.
Yes.
When you were a young girl, did you ever take singing lessons?
No.
Did you ever take them in your life ever?
No.
Do you play an instrument?
I want to. No, in high school I did trumpet.
Did you?
Yeah, and it's funny how that experience actually did teach me some structure about music, because there's so many times I've heard throughout the years about, you know, vocalists don't know anything or whatever, but and it is a different language when you are working with people who have, you know, the 1, 4, 5.
Sure.
You know, and I'm the vocalist and I understand my part. So trying to communicate sometimes is difficult, but it helped with that structure anyway.
So when did you start singing?
The first time I can actually remember being able to carry a tune was when I was 10. And my mom had purchased the self-titled Ricky Lee Jones album
All right.
that had Chucky's in Love on it.
Okay.
And because, you know, us kids were the only ones with a record player, she had to come in our room and play it. So I remember her and I just sitting, listening to the whole album and, you know, singing it. And Chucky's in Love is probably one of my all-time favorite tunes.
Cool.
Just because it's, you know, has the memories attached to it as well.
Sure.
But and then even when I think I was in high school and, you know, you have a car and a stereo, and I'm cranking Patsy Cline singing, and, you know, everybody's rock fans telling
We're
me.
big Patsy fans.
Okay, well, and it's funny because I always tell people, Pat Benatar, Bonnie Raitt, Patsy Cline, Ricky Lee Jones all taught me how to sing.
There you
Those
go.
were my music
Those are pretty good
teachers.
influences.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when people were telling me to turn that stuff down, I was like, oops, sorry, my stereo's better than yours. And I can sing louder than you.
So now, when you were in high school, did you sing in any of the high school functions, the plays, the musicals?
Yeah, but I still,
The choirs?
and that's actually the funny part is I quit chorus in high school because I didn't want to sing that way. You know, because it's structured the way they want you to sing, the stuff. And that, well, I thought I sounded like a moron, so I quit. I mean, and I engulfed myself in band playing trumpet, so.
How about out of school? Were you a singer in any high school bands?
No, I didn't at the time have I just don't think I had the confidence. But then I started when I was 19 and got into a rock band, and it just kind of progressed after that. Then it was like people started to actually hear me and go, "Can you do that again?"
Okay, we're going to take a break for a minute. We'll be back.